some of you that's watching this video, some issues that moms have. I'm going to talk about issues. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about issues at worship ministries. What about some issues that dads go through? Ori, what you got?
Shoot, discipline their kids.
Discipline their kids. Sister Jessica, some issues that dads go through. All the same? All right, all the same. You're just going to piggyback. Okay, good. Somebody back getting tired. What you got, RJ? Something, issues that dads go through. Say again? Being a piggyback? Okay, being a piggyback. Issues plus issues?
Yeah.
All right, what you got, D? Something that issues that dads go through.
Their jobs.
Their jobs. All right, man, you talking. An original answer. Issues that dads go through, Sister Letty. Nagging wives. All right, now let me get into the thick of it. Nagging wives. Some issues that husbands go through. Some issues that men go through. Some issues that baby daddies go through. Some issues that baby mamas go through. Anybody? Issues that baby mamas go through?
The baby daddies or like the wife.
The baby daddies? Okay, awesome.
Or it's even like trying to like introduce somebody new.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Anybody have to go through that issue, you introducing your baby daddy into the new dude that you with? What you got?
I got custody of my boys, so it's reverse opposite for our baby mamas.
So the baby mamas.
Still work for my money too, but anyway. But yeah, I introduced my sons to my wife that didn't want to introduce me.
Oh,
And
wow.
she's a teacher now.
That's issues. Right, that sounds all right, but those some issues. Those some issues that we go through.
Yeah.
What are some women issues that women go through with themselves, like with their own body? Sister Letty? Weight? Okay, I like it. Issue. Some weight issues, some other issues that women go through, Sister Letty, Sister Jessica. That time of the month? I know it. Sister D, some other issues.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love? Okay, I like it. What are some other issues that women go through, RJ?
Body shaming.
Body shaming. Okay.
No, shaming.
Oh, body shaming. That's
Yeah,
true.
shaming.
I like that, RJ. I like that. Good answer. What you got back there, bro? Some issues that women go through. Acne. You ain't lying. Acne. What about some more issues, Sister Jessica, that women go through?
Like wrinkles, like I know a lot of people that
What about gray hair? Wrinkles and gray hair. Huh? Wrinkles. Some women go through wrinkles, and everybody don't have that bread like how Hulk Hogan's wife look. They be looking like they got leather skin on. They be looking like they wearing a whole leather jacket, their whole face. But anyway, some issues that kids go through, Sister Jessica.
bullying.
Bullying. What you got, Orion? Some issues that kids go through. Lack of parenting. What you got, D?
Game related.
Gang related. You ain't lying. Issues that teenagers go
Discipline
through.
from their parents.
Discipline from their parents. Issues that teenagers go through, Sister Letty.
Feeling like they don't belong somewhere.
Feeling like they don't belong. What about drug issues? A lot of teenagers want to smoke dope. A lot of teenagers want to vape. A lot of teenagers want to just say again, drink. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's some big issues.
Nowadays, too, are going through, like, my cousin, her daughter was
A little louder, can't hear.
My cousin's daughter was telling me just the other day, like, the kids at her school, like, they don't know if they want to be a he or a she or a they or a them.
Oh, that's true.
Like,
That's true.
something that they're-
Let's talk about that. Right. Let's talk about that. There are issues with their sexual orientation issues. Some kids don't know they born a girl and they want to be a boy. Some boys are born a girl, born a boy, and they want to be a girl. And some kids that just want to. I might not have no understanding because I might be old school, but I'm not judging anybody. So if your kids don't know their orientation and they want to be a girl or they want to be a boy, those are your kids. I'm not judging anybody. There's no judgment here at Worship Ministries. And judgment is not only, I'm going to tell you about judgment. Judgment is not only shifting gears a little bit. Judgment is not only saying something about it. Judgment is also when somebody says something about a heterosexual person or a gay person or a lesbian person, and then you start snickering. You make it. That is judging. We don't do that here at Worship Ministries. So if you're gay, bisexual, transsexual, whatever alphabet you want to use, that's your business. We're not going to turn our eye up or put our hands on our hip like, God made you a boy, God made you a girl. You already know. I don't have to tell you that God made you somebody. I don't have to tell you what God made you. So that is your sexual preference. Whatever you desire to do, whatever you desire to be here at Worship Ministries, by all means, do whatever you feel like doing. If you want to put on a dress and you're a boy, go right ahead. Jesus wore robes, but I don't want you to take that stance. But if you want to, whatever you want to do, if you're a female, you want to sag your jeans, go right ahead. We're not judging you over here. That's your business. I really don't have anything to do with it. We're still talking about issues. Some issues that women go through, some issues that men go through. Some women go through issues like giving their baby daddy the car and then not returning the car back to the next day. Anybody know somebody that had to deal with that? Like, yes, you gave your baby daddy the car, and he said, I'll be right back. And that be right back don't happen until like 2 days later. And you like, I needed my car for work. I had to call my girlfriend up. I'm like, wow. And there's some issues that men go through as well. Sometimes when a man is out of work and a woman is working a full-time job, sometimes you got some woman out there, they try to control a man. Like, you ain't working, you need to cook and clean and do this and do that and do that and do that, and he just out of a job. Like the first day he out of a job, I see some women, they be like, you need to have that dinner ready. Excuse me, you ain't got nobody job in here. I'm like, yo, this is first day being laid off. Like, you can at least wait a couple more days, right? At least wait a couple more days. But these are still issues. Some people are going through probation issues, right? Have to see the probation officer. It's almost that first time. It's almost the first of the month. Some people have to go through anger management classes. Anybody that's going through that went through anger management classes, please raise your hand. I'm not going. Okay, all right. I'm not the only one. Okay, thank you. Misery loves company, but I'm not miserable. But I do like company. I went through the anger management class, and going through the anger management class, it was a big issue for me because I'm sitting in class and I know what I did already. I already know what I did. I don't need you to remind me of what I did in the anger management class. But one thing that I hated about the anger management class is this, Sister Jessica. I hated this, for real, for real. I'm sitting in class, and it's like the instructor, like, everything that I say is wrong. Everything I say is wrong. It's like they try to break me down in the anger management class. I'm like, I'm not in boot camp, so it's like everything that I said is wrong. So I had one of the dudes in the anger management class, he hit me up on the elbow. He was like, yo, dog, don't say nothing. He said, don't say nothing, man. Everything you say is wrong. So I learned how to get through the class by just being quiet in the class the whole time. Whatever she said was right. So whatever she came up with, I was just trying to think about a way where she could be right and I could just pass the class. I had to drive from Odessa. Every weekend to Fort Worth for my anger management class. So I had to drive 4 hours a week, 4 hours every week to go to my anger management class. And then I had 144 hours of community service. Those are some big issues I had back in the day. And I had to drive from Odessa to Fort Worth every weekend for my anger management classes and then my probation hours. And then I thought about, I got real slick with it, Sister D. This is what I did. I got real slick with it. And real slick with it was this, right? This is what I did, right? I was doing my community service hours, so I had a lawnmower, and I had somebody cut the grass for me with the lawnmower. So that way I'll be able to stay in Odessa and be able to make some more money. But we still talking about issues. We're talking about some issues that little girls might have. Now, you got any issues that little girls might have? Any issues? What kind of issues that little girls go through, Sister Jessica? Being picked on? Some issues that little girls might have, Sister Lady. We can't hear you. TJ can't hear you.
When they first start their period.
Oh, when they first start their period? Some issues that little girls might have, Stephanie. Being bullies, okay. Some issues that little girls might have, Mama. Okay, we come back to you. Hey, any issues? Any issues little girls might have? What about their boyfriend breaking up with them? Who fought it? You don't know? Okay, you just know about the breakup. Okay, you just know about the breakup.
I'm sorry, another thing is not having like a mother.
Wow. Big issue. That's a big issue for kids. Big issue. I didn't have my mom growing up. My mom was on dope. I didn't have it. I went to the group home. That was the issues. So then I had woman issues. And then I ain't have my daddy in my life. Then I had daddy issues. So we all go through issues in our life. Every last one of us have an issue. Some of us have issues while other family members taking advantage of us. Some of us have car issues. Some of us, our window don't roll up on one side. The driver's side window don't roll up, and you get to the drive-thru, you gotta open your door. Hey, let me get that ketchup. And you gotta open the door. Some of us got issues where none of our clothes fit us. Some of us have got issues with some of our bras. You ever put your bra in the washing machine and then you put your bra in the dryer and that little wire come out of that bra? Some of y'all might have those type of issues. I've never had that issue because I don't wear bras, but I'm quite sure that y'all might have those issues. Some of you might have issues some of the issues might be, you ever spray bleach on one of your nice outfits? You accidentally spray bleach on it? You be like, oh, are you serious? I can't believe I just got a little spot of bleach on it. But when I do that, when I spill bleach on something, I try to make it my whole thing. I just kind of splatter the bleach everywhere so I can make a whole outfit. I don't know about y'all, I try to be creative with my stuff. But we're still talking about issues. There are a lot of issues that we deal with. Some of us are dealing with relationship issues. Some of us don't want to talk to our baby mamas. Some of us don't want to talk to our son-in-laws and our daughter-in-laws. Some people just get on our last nerve. They make us sick to our stomach. Some of us, we got issues with being prideful. You ever have a prideful person? They don't want to ask you for nothing. They'll go around everybody else just to get something from you. You be like, such and such didn't want to ask you for something. That's why he came to me. Why he ain't come to me? Well, you know why he ain't come to me. He got issues. She got issues. They too prideful. Some of us got issues where we feel like we don't want to borrow nothing from nobody. Some of us got issues where, you know what, I made my quota going to church. I've been to church 2 times this month. I made my quota. I ain't got to go to church till 3 more months from now. Some of us got issues with telling God thank you. Some of us got issues telling other people thank you. Somebody open the door for you, tell them thank you. I hate when I open the door. Anybody ever open the door for somebody and they walk right through the door like, you smell like thank your majesty? I'm looking at you like, yo, this is the first thing I do. I'm not telling you no lie. I open the door for a young lady or old lady and they walk right through the door. I say, you're welcome. That's the first thing I do. Like, what you doing? You don't see that. I took my time. God's still working on me. I don't know about you, but God's still working on me. I said it out loud. So some of them, I probably got ignored probably like twice in my life, but I started them and I let everybody else know. I'm gonna let everybody else know what I did for you. I open that door, one door for you. You can at least tell me thank you. At least if you can't talk, you know, give me a little head nod. Give me like, you know, what's up? Thank you, I appreciate it. Give me a little wave or something. Now, I feel like those are issues.
It's like when you're driving and somebody lets you in, you need to shake your hand. It's like,
Right.
say thank you.
Right. I don't like when people do that to me. When I let somebody in, and the first thing they do, Sister Jessica, is they ignore me like I ain't let them in. You know the first thing I do to them? I honk my horn. You see me let you in. They be like, yo, what you doing? They flick me the bird. And I be like, sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I get road rage in my head. I just want to just chase them down to the ground. Just get in my car, just honk the horn on them and chase them down. But I have to think about, maybe this person might be carrying a pistol, and I'm chasing them down, and they shooting out the window like they're in South Central. And I'm like, yeah, I chased down the wrong person. But we deal with a lot of issues. Some of us are going through paycheck to paycheck. It's not an issue. Some of us want to make a decision whether I should talk to my cousin or whether I should leave my cousin alone. Some of us are going through issues like, if I leave this job, I don't get paid for 2 weeks. Will I be able to pay my bills? I'm tired of this job. This job is getting on my last nerve. Like, I just want to leave this job. Some of us are having issues where the kids is fighting over the love for the parents. The kids like, I love my mama and I love my daddy, but my daddy did this to my mama, and my mama did this to my daddy, so I don't know whose side I'm on. Some of us have those type of issues. Some of us give those issues to other people too. Some of us have been having issues for years, and we carry our issues everywhere we go. We carry our issues right in our pocketbook. Some of us drop our issue. Oh, my bad, my smoking issue. Put this in my pocket, keep on going. This is what we do. We carry our issues everywhere we go. And some of us, we go through a lifetime not resolving none of our issues. Those of you that's watching, y'all don't even resolve none of your issues. And the issues just steady pile up. The issues don't go anywhere. Some of us are low blood iron, and some of us don't want to go to the doctor. Some of us are always cold. Some of us are always hot. Some of us are always have allergies. Some of us are always catching headaches. Some of us are always coughing. Some of us are always sneezing. And we don't do nothing about it. No issue. What happens to those issues, those issues start piling up and become problems. It takes like 3 or 4 issues to become a problem. And I don't want it to become a problem. So I want to talk about, I'm still talking about issues here. Any issues that you had to deal with within the last couple months since Letty?
Deciding on where I'm going to leave my trailer here or.
Gotcha. Issue. Any issues you had within the last couple months since Jessica?
Low iron.
Low iron. You had to have a blood, what do you call it again?
Iron deficiency.
iron infusion? What's an iron infusion?
They just do an IV.
And then inject iron in you.
Right, we'll do that.
Like a dope fiend. Like one of those, right?
Yeah.
You just hooked up the machine like that? Oh my God. Well, check your veins. Okay. Any issues you got, Stephanie, within the last couple months? Blood pressure issues. Okay, got it. Got it. Any issues, Mama? Last couple months? Headache issue? All right, got you. D. Any issues last couple months, other than not winning at the game? Okay, all right.
I still have my road rage.
Your road rage? Okay, issues? We talking about issues. I got issues too. Any issues you got, RJ? You got self issues. Okay, you want to name one self issue?
No.
You're being fool?
No.
That's not an issue for you?
No.
Okay, all right. So you don't want to, okay, all
I
right.
got myself, you know.
Oh, we got, okay, all right, you got your self issues. Okay, good, good. What kind of issues you got? Any issues last couple months? Fatigue, tired issues. I get it. Any issues? Now you know, Tom. You got any issues? Yeah, I know it. We gonna pass you right by. We all got issues here. We all got issues. Some of us have issues with other people. And sometimes that's one of our major issues. Having issues with somebody else. They don't even have an issue with you. They going about their business. Talking about, I'm living my best life. Living my best life. Whatever that song is, however that song goes. And you still got issue with them. They eating good, sleeping good, and you still got issues with them. They haters, right? Well, we don't want to proclaim that we're haters. But sometimes when you go to bed and you're still mad at somebody else, and they're not even thinking about you, that is an issue that you have. On top of the other issues that you have. But I want to tell everybody there's a way to resolve our issue, right? Without going off on anybody, without cussing anybody out, without smoking some dope, without getting a room, because the first thing we do when we have issues, we go get a room. Like the room is supposed to take away all of the issues. I know so many people, I'm gonna go get a room at the hotel and all my issues gonna go away. Yeah, all your issues going away for however many hours that you're at the hotel. You're not thinking about those issues. Those issues never went anywhere. They still in your back pocket. You know how you lose something in your pocket and then something you dig in your pocket and then something come out and you turn your head and you're like, man, I just had $20. And somebody tell you, hey, you dropped your issue right there. Pick your issue up. And you be like, thank you. You be like, thank you. I appreciate it. But the issues don't go away. But I want to tell you something about going to the hotels. They got a guy, I don't know whether it's in Odessa, but they got a guy, I forgot what kind of car he's driving. But he checks, if you stay in a hotel, any hotel, make sure you lock your doors. Because one of my buddies, I was at the mechanic shop, one of my buddies, he got his radio stolen, all of his tools, and there's a guy that drives around in the car in the parking lot like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's checking all the doors on the cars just to see if anybody, left their door open so he can get sweet liquor. So, but that's an issue. Coming back to the car that you left open, and the robbers stole everything that you had. That is another issue. And that is the issue that I want. So I want to keep down my issues. I have an issue with getting a truck. I'm like, oh man. So what I did with my issue is I opened up the book of Matthew. So if everybody can open up their Bibles to the book of Matthew. Matthew. The first book in the New Testament, we're going to go to Matthew, and we're going to go to the 18th chapter. I'm at 9 and 18. Matthew 9 and 18. Let's see what the Bible says about issues, because we're not the only one with issues. Real talk, we're not the only one. So if you got a phone, you can open up your phone and go to Matthew, the 9th chapter, and the 18th verse. I want to talk about issues. I want to talk about what happened with these issues. I'm not the only one that has issues. Everybody has issues. You got your managers at your work, at your job have issues, your supervisors. You got your grandfather that has issues, your grandmother has issues. You got your daughters have issues, Matthew 9 and 18. You got your son who has issues. You got people that's on Facebook that got issues. You got people that don't go to church that has issues. Hold on, you got people that do go to church that got issues. You got people that's white has issues. People Mexican has issues. Black people got issues. You got Chinese people with issues. Oriental people, I apologize, my bad. Oriental people with issues. You got R. Kelly with a lot of issues. You got a lot of people with issues. You got Lil Wayne with issues. You got Pop Smoke, the rapper. Pop Smoke don't have any issues anymore, but his family has issues because of his death. So you got a lot of issues. Matthew, the 9th chapter, and the 18th verse. And Pop Smoke died. He died, I think a while ago. Pop Smoke died a while ago. Yeah, Pop Smoke the rapper. I'm the king of New York. Mello, like he got a lot of good hits, but he doesn't have any more issues anymore. But his family has issues. And a lot of times when somebody dies in our life, they might leave us with an issue. And the issue is memory of, I miss you, I wish you was here. Memory of, I wish you could defend me. Memory of, if I knew you was here, you would protect me. Memory of, if I was going through something, I could talk to you, I got a shoulder to lean on. So I want to get rid of some of the issues that we might have. And how we get rid of some of the issues that we have is by reading Matthew, the 9th chapter, and the 18th verse. Let's still talk about issues. The Bible says, not me, it says, while he spoke these things to them, behold, a ruler came and worshiped him, saying, my daughter has just died. Come and lay your hand on her, and she will live. So this ruler, this Jewish ruler, had an issue. His daughter died. That's a big issue. His old daughter died. And this dude was like a ruler of a lot of Jews. He had got all the Jews together. He had organized everything. He had organized to teach the Jews. This dude had a big position, but he had an issue. So it doesn't matter how tall you are. It doesn't matter how short you are. It doesn't matter how big you are, big boned. It doesn't matter how skinny you are. It doesn't matter how light-skinned it is, some people might say, or light-skinned you are. It doesn't matter how dark you are. Everybody has issues. Issues come to everybody. So don't get it twisted. Oh, I don't got no issue. Yes, you might have some issues. So this dude had an issue of his daughter dying. And he was like, if you could just lay your hand on my daughter, everything will be okay. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. So Jesus arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. So I know that Jesus brought his daughter back to life. With the issue that the man had, Jesus brought his daughter back to life. Now we got another issue, Sister Jessica. We got two issues. On the 20th verse, it says, and suddenly a woman who had a flow of blood for 12 years came from behind and touched the hem of his garment. Now this woman, she had a ministry for 12 years. Now some women have their ministry for like 18, 20 days, like most of the month, and they have to go to the doctor. But this woman had this issue for 12 years. She's carrying this issue. Some of us have been carrying issues for 15 years. Some of us are carrying issues like, I hate this dude. This dude get on my last nerve. Some of us don't even want to see certain people because it makes our stomach vomit. It makes us want to vomit. Some of us have issues that, you know what, this person sold my mama some crap, so I'm mad at this person. Some people have issues with this person raped my cousin on my daddy's side. Some of us have some major issues with some people. She had that issue for 12 years. And you know, sometimes some of us, when we have issues, we compensate. That's the first thing we do. We compensate. So if we got a bad leg and we walking with a limp, we want to put pressure on this one, we put pressure on the other one. We do just like this. We compensate. So this lady been compensating for 12 years with this issue. Right? This is what we do. We do it every day. We compensate for the issue that we have. And we try to make it better. Like if I don't like somebody, I say, Sister Jessica, you know, I don't like Lady's sister, right? I'm gonna tell you, I'm trying to give you why I don't like Lady's sister. I don't like Lady's sister because Lady's sister, she said something about that. So now I got an issue with Lady's sister, but I don't have an issue with Sister Lady. Like really? And I've been keeping this issue with Sister Lady's sister for like 5 years. For as long as I remember our Lady, as long as I know Lady. Some of us hold issues for a long time. And this lady, she had a problem. She's like, no, come on, man. Every time I'm bleeding every day, I can't even imagine bleeding every day for 12 years. I can't imagine. I thank God I'm a man. Listen to me. If I had a hat on in church, I'd tip my hat off to y'all ladies. Bleeding for 12 years in a row, every day. No, I'm good. She had this issue. Because I can imagine her taking those little, whatever robes she had to put, you know, do whatever she had to do that thing. You know, I said to myself, 12 years she had this issue. 12 years. Some of you are dealing with issues from 3 years ago. Some of you dealing with issues from last week. Some of you that's on Facebook, y'all still y'all don't want that smoke though. Y'all don't want that smoke with certain people. But what y'all do is y'all have issues with people on Facebook. Some people have issues with people on Instagram, on other social media platforms. You have issues with people, and they don't even know you got an issue against them. Right? You're holding this issue. And some of you have fake issues. Some of you just make up issues. Some of us just make up issues. Well, I just don't like her. Why you don't like her? I don't know. Something about her. What? What do you mean something about her? I don't get it, man. What do you mean something about her? You don't like the way she walked? That's the way God made her to walk. Like, I just don't get it. Some people just have issues with people for no reason at all. But still, we're still talking about the lady with the blood flow for 12 years, man. It's a long time. Very, very long time. Any issue that you have for a long time, Sister Lady? Relationship? Okay, issues. All right, good. Some of us have relationship issues where we don't trust men. Some of us have relationship issues where we don't trust women. Well, the last woman this is a true story. I had a lady, I sent out my card information. I'm trying to date this lady. And when I sent her my card information, I forgot all about my card information. We broke up. 7 months later, I got a big screen TV that got declined on my card. I said to myself, what happened? I'm doing an investigation. I'm like, yo, this lady swiped my card. I'm like, who swiped my card? And they told me where the swiping the card came from. So she gave me an issue. So now with every other woman, I'm like, you ain't get my debit card. I'll pay for myself. If my lights get cut off, my lights get cut off, I'm just gonna go to the light through myself. Hey, you just take my swiping card right here. I had an issue. Some people cause other people to have issues. And if other people cause you to have issues, I want to read about it. Let's read what Jesus said. And the Bible says that a flow of blood for 12 years came from behind, and suddenly a woman who had a flow of blood for 12 years came from behind and touched the hem of his garment, right? So she knew she had an issue. She tired. She tired is all outdoors. She said, what the hell with this? Look, man, I've been having this issue for 12 years. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want this issue no more. I'm going to do something about my issue. God wants us to do something about our issue. God doesn't only want you to just talk about, Lord Jesus, thank you, just give me the strength to get by today. All right, so that's good and fine at the end. All right, good. But she did something. She did something. She was like, look, man, if I could touch you. She did some type of work. She said she touched the hem of Jesus' garment. She was like, if I could get close to this dude and just touch him, I might not be able to say anything to this dude. Some of you might not be able to say something to the person, but you can do something about the issue that you have against the other person. Even if you don't never say anything to the person. And what you could do is, you can talk to Jesus and do something about it. You can say, you know what? I talked to Jesus. I talked about it with somebody. I don't have an issue with John no more. I know you cheated, and I know you cheated on your new girlfriend that you got, but I don't have an issue with you anymore. Some of us have issues with people that do other people wrong. I'm like, I know that that's your family member, they did you wrong, but take that issue to Jesus. So she touched the hem of his garment, and she said to herself, if I may touch this garment, I should be made well. Right? And Jesus turned around, and when he saw her, he had said, be of good cheer, daughter, your faith has made you well. And the woman was made well from that hour. So she had this issue for 12 years, mama. She had an old issue for 12 years. She didn't just sit on her issue. She didn't just talk to her girlfriend about her issues. You know, I still got an issue with him. You know, when my husband died, my wife died, I still got an issue. They should have never left me too early. I told him to go to the hospital, but he never wanted to go to the hospital. So she had this issue. He had this issue for 12 years. Some of us have issues for 14 years, 18 years. But she said, I'm going to do something about this issue because I'm tired, man. I'm so tired of bleeding. I'm so tired of thinking about bringing this issue into my new relationship. I'm so tired of every time somebody tell me I'm coming, I'm right around the corner, that it takes them 15, 20 minutes to come, right? I got an issue with people that tell me I'm right around the corner. Am I the only person that got an issue with somebody tell me I'm right around the corner? I'm right around the corner, dog. I'm like, yeah, all right. What time is it right now? Okay, they're gonna take a long time. They're right around the corner. It's the same thing. I got an issue with people that tell me I'm right up the street. Am I the only person that tell me that I got an issue? Anybody got an issue with somebody that tell them they right up the street? Right up the street, like, what you mean like right up the street? Like off the street on the name of my street? Down the street, I'm right up the street. Like, you know, people can say the craziest things. And then they say, listen to me, I can see your house. Anybody, I see your house? I see your house. I said to myself, this idiot, like 3 minutes away. I know this person got to be like 2 minutes away. I can see your house. I'm like, I got the porch light on. I see it, it's on. Porch light not even on. Porch light not even on. You talking about I can see it. I'm like, okay. I got an issue with it. But everybody has issues. And when you have these issues, what happens is when you have these issues, you got to go talk to the man. You got to go talk to Jesus. You got to do something about the issue. You can't just only talk about the issue. You got to do something about the issue. So every time you got an issue with road rage, every time you get road rage, you got to say, this person didn't do nothing to me. This person probably don't know the laws. This person probably ignorant, just like I was ignorant. I probably cut somebody off before. So now I'm talking to myself, and I talk to Jesus. I said, Jesus, give me strength. You know, and then after that, all that issue will fade away. If you got an issue with somebody lying to you, stop trusting them. Why you keep on trusting somebody to keep lying to you? Then that issue is always going to be there. So if I know you're going to lie to me, I know that you're a liar, I'm cool with it. I'm not going to try to change you to tell me the truth. Some of us always try to force somebody to tell me the truth. I just asked such and such, are they going to give me my money that they owe me? And you said, and the other person said, you know they're going to lie to you. And the other person said, well, I just want to see if they're going to lie to me. I don't get it. I'm just scratching my head. I don't get it. You ever did that before, sis lady? I think I know you did. But that's what they do. Talking about, I just want to see whether they're going to lie to me. You know this person is a liar. You know it. Like, what you doing? You wasting my, okay. Anyway, well, we still talking about issues. Some of us have a lot of issues. Mothers have childcare issues. Mothers have issues getting back and forth to work. Mothers might have time issues. Grandmothers might have grandbaby issues. Some of us might have sleeping issues, like we can't get enough rest. Some of us might have money issues, like I know everybody has a money issue. We can never have enough money. Everybody has a money issue. So in order for that issue not to bother you, like I just want to put pressure on that issue, in order for that issue not to bother you, give it to God. Say, God, I know you have me to have exactly what I need in my pocket right now. God, but I'm asking for a little bit more. I'm going to work some extra hours. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to do some hair. I'm going to do somebody's toenails and feet. Not me, but I'm going to do something, do somebody's eyebrows. I'm going to cut somebody's yard because I got issues. So the woman of blood that had these issues for 12 years, she did something about it. And Jesus was like, yo, you touch me? Like, for real? Like, you really want that issue going away. And if you really want that issue to go away, all you have to do is touch Jesus. How you touch Jesus? Get with somebody that's going through the same issue you're going through that had their issue resolved. Don't talk to somebody that's full of issues. Talk to somebody that went through that same obstacle. You want to talk to somebody that went through that. If you've been cheated on, or if your husband's been cheating on you multiple times, or your girlfriend's been cheating on you, and you want to talk to somebody who went through that same issue, and they can tell you like, look here, man, I did this. Maybe this might work for you to get rid of this issue. I lost my dad. So that's the issue for me. So what can I tell somebody else? All I can tell somebody else is, it's a grieving period. You're going to go through this is a grieving period. So maybe that might help you losing your parents. I lost my mom. I know Nicole lost her mom. So I get the crying emoji, and I get it. So that's the issue. The only thing I can say is, I understand, I feel you, I love you, I'm here for you. Like, because I got over my issue. Before, I did not get over my issue because somebody told me that somebody died. Like, when my father freshly died, when somebody said their father died like a year after that, I started crying. I was emotional. I was gone. I was like, oh my God. Because I was still going through the issue. But now when somebody tell me that their loved ones died, I'm like, I feel it. Because I went through that issue and I'm like, God got me through that issue. Because I was like, God, this is so painful. Issues are painful. Issues are like that little sticky berry thing that's in your foot. And nobody walks around here with that sticky berry in your foot. Nobody. The first thing you do is, you get some in your foot, you don't care what. If it's past your lunchtime, if it's past your lunchtime and you know you're going to be late, first thing you do is put the shoe back on, right? You walk around like no, right? Take another step, you're like, no. You go to some surgery. That's the first thing you do. You start checking everything. You take everything apart, you looking. I know something, I know I ain't going crazy here, right? You start checking, that's the first thing you do. Because that is an issue. And what you do is, you do something about the issue. Everybody does something about that issue. Nobody leaves that issue alone. So we can tackle one issue at a time. We can't get to all the issues. You tackle that one issue. But you treat that issue like it's not one of those, what's those little sticky things called? Spur stickers? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I can come up here and do this thing anytime. Okay. But anyway, those sticky things, you take care of it like that. So if you got an issue with somebody lying to you, somebody stealing from you, you take care of it. Do some surgery to it. And God's going to tell you, you know what? Good job. You healed, my daughter. God's going to tell you, good job, Sister Letty. You're healed. You got to take care of it. You got to take the whole thing off and be like, you know what? I know why you lied to me. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I get it. I lied to people before, too. Everybody in here lied to somebody. So I don't get the part that the first thing we say is, you ain't got to. I'm looking at you like, you ain't got to lie. Well, I ain't got to lie to you. Who do you think you is? Queen Sheba or something? You lie to people all the time. You telling me I ain't got to lie. When did you get holy? When did you start going to church? Matter of fact, I really don't care if you do go to church. Don't say that to me, because I know you lied before. That first thing my mama used to say, if you lie, this is what my mama used to say all the time. Sister and brother, my mom used to say, if you lie, you're steal. That's what my mom used to tell me. If you lie, you steal. She was the biggest thief. I'm like, Mom, you stealing everybody's stuff. You talking about? You talking about she? Listen to me. She ain't never lied, but she stole. I was like, how you just be stealing, but you don't never lie? If you ask her, did you take such and such? I took it. And I said, oh my God, this woman is savage. But we still had issues. Some of us have family member issues and coming to a close that we haven't resolved. Please take those family member issues and treat it like one of those stickers. Please. The Bible says that the woman had an issue of blood for 12 years. She had an issue. She had an issue for 12 long years. What she did was, she said, I'm going to go find this dude wherever he is. I heard this dude was somewhere over here. Jesus was somewhere over here. If I could just touch this dude, maybe I'll be healed. I heard so many good things about this dude, healing people. I heard this dude, I'll make a phone call and heal me. What? I heard this dude say, you know what? My daughter's sick at the house. This dude is not even at the house, but this dude named Jesus said that, hey, your daughter is much better now because you got faith. So we got to believe that we can handle the issues through God. We tell God about the issue. Be like, you know what? God, I got an issue. If I could just talk to this person, if I could just talk to somebody else that went through this issue, and I can touch this issue, I just want to touch this issue. I got the issue. I tell you, I'm talking to Jesus. Now the issue is just gone. I'm like, oh man, that's what's up. And when the issue is gone, when you deal with it with Jesus, the issue goes away and it never comes back. I want you to understand. The issue don't never come back. But if you deal with it with yourself, yeah, okay. You just do a 360. I don't want to do a 360. I want to do a 180. A 360 is this right here. I want to do a 180. I want to do that. Watch out. Yeah.